What up guys, welcome to another video. This video will be about Stormburn CI, Nebulis CI Assassin. Or you just say a build for all, right? I'm trying out Stormburn. I'm gonna be making like a tier list of like how good these abilities truly is. Cause Stormburn is actually it blew my mind. It's sort of like went past my expectations. It's way better than I thought. To be honest, it's probably I'll say it's better than penance. Like with this level of investment, this level of like fucking clear speed, DPS, I'm really satisfied with it. Like I don't think there's much skills that can kind of surpass Stormburn except Spark obviously. But this is single target wise, it might actually be better than Spark. Like single target, just pure single target, not like with like cluster rooms, like where the Spark just keeps like bouncing off. Not like that. It's just straight up pure DPS. I do like a gear showcase and tell you about how they make like Stormburn feel better in terms of clear speed, because the DPS bossing, right? You don't need to worry about bossing if you're using Stormburn, but the only thing you have to worry about is probably going to be clearing, because Stormburn kind of sucks without certain mechanics to boost it up, amplify it. So yeah, I finally bought myself a Bottle of Faith after like just it's too expensive, but I just kept buying like 20 exalt, 18 exalt, 30 exalt upgrades, and I never thought about Bottle of Faith, so I just finally bought it. But yeah, here's gear showcase using Sync Track with Brain Attachment Range and Quick Corruption, because kind of lacking ES now. When I'm like using Stormburn, it's like 3.9k, I think. It's not that high, so obviously still using Torrent's Commission. This can be switched out obviously, but just like I think this is still one of the best kind of BIS with that increased cast speed to make it 0.09 with an over. All of these I picked up. This asenath is 18 exalts, double corrupted elemental weakness, and spell crit chance. Very good. Obviously still using double damage ones, pretty fucking good. Call the Brotherhood, increased rarity for that extra juice, whatever. I don't really care, but this is pretty good. And then I bought this for how much? 8 exalts I think. Those are like pretty fucking good one. Double, like obviously a double influence amulet with strength and ES, and obviously Aspect Sparta is already on there, which I'm planning to craft a new helmet. Get rid of this shit. This is trash. This is pretty bad. Plus 2 incandescent obviously. Level 26 Stormbrand. Like to be honest, scaling levels on gem levels, like it's actually one of the most powerful in the game. Like if you can scale up to like 24, 25. Your DPS is gonna be insane. It's really good. Obviously, Codifier, Swift Brand, Added Lightning. Added Lightning is very fucking good. Anomalous, level 21, which I corrupted it, and it's an inspiration, obviously, a lot of crit chance. And then Concentrated and verse Power Charge. I think they're around the same level, like of power, but Concentrate is a little bit better, more damage. So I just use this instead. Obviously, very strong. And then for Flask, I just use this. Mana Flask, I don't think I need this anymore for Brain especially, but I still use it because I just like don't like it when I can't like instantly cast a spell or some shit. I just kind of just don't really like it. So, and then obviously Bottle of Faith, finally got it. Replace the Crit Potion. This is obviously best in slot. You can't replace Bottle of Faith. It is expensive, like 14 exalts, but it's definitely worth the price. As it was promised, obviously one of the most powerful in the game. Still will be, which that chaos damage is insane. And then obviously phasing not needed, but it's pretty fucking good. Overall, that's the gear around that. Pretty expensive, I have to admit. And then just normal side with that crit chance and penetration, pretty normal, like 1x. This is a pretty good one. It's 1x. The better one will be hatred, crit plus 0 shoot, but that's like 50x. I don't think it's that worth it, since I'm basically capped on crit anyway, without secrets or something. Got all this shit, and then yeah, that shit. Sync Track evasion. I can actually, that's pretty good. And then yeah, basically, and the CI for the cluster juice, you'll be using pressure points, quick getaway, pretty good. And then magnify and pressure point. Obviously, this will probably be better than magnify, but that extra crit multi is good. I should probably switch it out for. Doesn't really matter. Obviously using Blast Freeze since I switched off Secrets of Suffering. Blast Freeze is very safe, especially for a skill like Stormburn. Like Spark, you don't really need safety because Spark just clears your whole screen anyway. Spark is obviously the safest skill you can ever use, and it's the most balanced. So Spark is obviously going to be the king, like no matter what you say. But Stormburn is, I think it's more reliable, like for boss carries after minute. Cause like you can just, you don't have to face tank the boss. You don't have to go like for spark. You have to go shotgun the boss in order to kill like really fast, right? But for Stormbrand, you can just cast it 2 times, walk around with actually higher DPS than spark. Like when you shotgun them, it's insane. And then obviously crit multi, and then you take this shit, and then you obviously want non-projectile chaining skills. Now this you chain 1 additional time. This mastery is actually broken. Without this, Stormbrand is good, but it's not as good. Okay, this just chains so well. It's really good. It just kills everything basically. And then obviously Militant Faith, you smack it here. Like you can smack it here, it's the exact same, but it doesn't really matter. And then brand attachment range, obviously. And then I can take that 2 additional brands, but I don't think it's necessary since you barely ever use like up to 4 brands anyway. So what's the point of having 7 maximum brands if like all 7 of them won't be used? So I don't think that's the point. This you have this, you must need it. And then it's obviously just extra quick multi, and then mana efficiency, and then yeah, for this one, brand loyalty and grand design. The thing is like brand clusters are nerfed to the point that's almost like not worth using, but I think stacking one of them is like just pretty good, so I just use one of them. And then obviously triple multi and then cast speed, pretty good. And then triple multi and then yeah, extra shit, it's pretty good. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Like you need certain mechanics to make Stormbrand feel better. One thing is explosions. Without explosions, Stormbrand sucks dick, right? How does people use it for solo? They use impulses and Storm's gift, but I can't be using it in this situation because I need to be using incandescent. So how do you deal with it? You use asenaths, right? And then Hair of Ash plus increase awakened areas like the Blade Vortex setup. And if you don't have asenaths, it's gonna feel like absolute dog shit. You can't really like you won't be able to like explode a whole pack instantly. All your Stormbrand will be doing is just like killing stuff one by one. If you don't have Heralds, it's even worse. But if you have asenath, fucking hard. Just one Stormbrand can basically explode a whole pack instant. Sort of like prime explosion, but not as good, I'll say. But yeah, it's still really good. But without asenath, it's yeah, you're gonna need asenath for this. Otherwise, if you don't use asenath, you use impulses and Storm's gift or the Winterfloss, but Storm's gift is more consistent, so I rather use Storm's gift. And then that's about it for the fucking like what do you call it, the gear showcase and passive tree. I'll be showcasing a 100% full Delirium Nemesis 3 clear with Stormbrand. Absolutely insane. This is very consistent damage. It's more consistent than Spark, but I haven't tried Spark ever since my Orbot got those upgrades. I thought like when my Orbot switches off the Ethereal fucking Edge or something, and then switch on Shaper's Touch, he would lose like quite a bit of ES, but it's still on like 7.2k ES, even with Hands of High Templar and a double influence scepter. So it's actually insane. I'm showing you the full Delirium clear right now. Enjoy. Hope you enjoyed that. Wasn't too bad, was it? It's comparable with Spark, but obviously not as good as Spark. Nothing can beat Spark in a map like those, because Spark absolutely demolishes every single fucking enemy 2 screens away, so you won't be taking damage. Instead, you'll be killing everything. So Stormbrand won't be as good as Spark if you're gonna be doing fully Delirious. There's just no way any skill will be as good as Spark. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, sub, like. That doesn't really matter, but that will help me out a lot. So yeah, goodbye Exhaust, and End the Stealth is coming out in 12 hours when this video will be released. So enjoy. To add this, but it's a little preview of what my next build will be. Sort of like the reason I like playing with Orbot so much, because it makes basically any non-meta build meta. You can clear every content with it, and you can be very creative with it. Like, it just doesn't mean that you have to play Spark. No, I've been playing so many builds like this league just with Orbot, and it's satisfying, man. Like, alright, what my next build will be? Test gear, shafts, yup, you name it, cast on crit, baby. And why am I using shafts to go low life? Because there's a certain skill that requires you to go life version. That skill uses life, so you can't use it with CI. You should actually, it's gonna be, hopefully it's gonna be insane, right? Look at this, items, ooh.